So in this new cell that I've labeled pitches, what I want to do, if you notice here, we don't know anything about what the pitch type was, what the speed was. We don't know anything about those pitches. We just know the location. And what I want to do, again, and I won't type it all out, but I hope you appreciate that. I think there's value in just putting these in the notebook, because one of the things you're going to get with the course, you're going to get this Jupyter Notebook, and you can go to these cells and borrow any of this code that you find useful. So again, what I did was I started out with the Dickerson AB. So I selected the pitch data frame where AB equals 1. We know that's the Dickerson pitch. And what I've done is I've gone into a little more detail about the inning. So I'm building if it's a first, a second, third, and of course everything else is just a TH. So I start out with suffix equal TH. I just default that and then override it if it's 1, 2, or 3. But then I do the same scatter plot. I do catcher's view, vertical location. I draw the strike zone, and I put the R or the L. But then what I also do is I build a legend. So I enumerate. Let's click and show. In this case, not a formal legend, but I'm putting the text. I'm building a text box similar to the way we did the right and left text box. I'm building that right next to the dots. So now you know that this pitch was the first pitch. Started him off with a four-seam fastball, which you'll see later. Clayton Kershaw starts everybody with a four-seam fastball, and it's almost always a strike. So even though they know it's coming, very few people hit it. And he then went to a four-seam a little higher. He went down and away with a slider, and then came back up to strike him out with a high slider. So again, I'm cutting and pasting this code in, and I believe that's useful. And what we'll do is we'll throw a couple more cells in where we do variations on. Now, the one thing you'll see here is if two of these dots ended up exactly on the same spot or even within an inch of each other, the text would overlap. So while this is not ideal, I'm really just trying to show that there's different ways to skin this cat. And so we'll create another cell here, and we'll do it with a pure legend.